I had a lot of questions about the first annual Fredericksburg 80% lower build. Bunch of questions, and hopefully I can shoot a quick video or two and kind of explain about the 80% build. A lot of folks think that, it's a pretty tough thing to do. But if you understand the process, then it really isn't that hard at all. And I'll show you what I've been dealing with. This right here is a paperweight. That's what they call a paperweight. A 0% forging. Okay, you can see the seams and stuff that are on here. And the ones I got, I think they're they're called Anchor Harvey forgings. And I bought these before, the big meltdown and whatnot. And I actually only paid $13 a piece for these. And we did a group buy on another forum that I'm on. Had them for a couple of years. Then I picked up a couple more from another company that were also the Harvey Anchor. I think it's Harvey Anchor. You can Google that and you'll find out those are some pretty good forgings. Now, this is the first one that I started right here. And you can see I cut down that top face right there. And I started drilling out the holes for the takedown pins. One's right here, one's right here. And then you look real close, and then here's some other holes that I had started. This one, this one, this one, and then one right in the center right there. That's actually where you get your 0, 0 from. But my Droz digital readout, these cheap little Chinese Droz, here's, this is actually it right here, and it's connected to this. And so wherever you move your table, it'll tell you your exact position. You got your X and you got your Y. Table's a little dirty here. I was cutting down some stainless steel for something. But anyway, you can move your table, and if you're at 0 right here, you move it one way and it'll move over to either X or minus or however you got it set up. That's the coordinate system. So you 0 off of here, you look at the diagram on the book that I'm going to get everybody, and the book will tell you, start from 0, 0, go to negative 0.127, X, positive 0.272Y, drill a hole. So, it's pretty easy if you read the book. And that's exactly what I did here. But on my Droz right here, for some reason this will jump 0.200. I don't know, about every 15 minutes, or maybe it's a vibration or something in the system, or I don't have a shielded wire and something shoots it up, but it's 0.200. And after I figured that out, I was able to go ahead and start on this one. But what happened was I was 0.200 off, and if you know ARs, you're going to know that looks kind of high. It's because it is. So I'm actually going to fill that and redo this one. I think it's called Metal Set or something that I can dump in there, and it'll fill it in, and I'll re-drill it, and I'll have another lower. But I screwed that one up. Not a big deal. It was 13 bucks. So this is the one that I've been working on off and on for about the past year. You can see there's some shiny spots on there that I was kind of practicing with some different finishes and stuff. Now that one's real shiny. That one right there I took a buffing wheel to, just to kind of see what it would look like. And after I anodize it, and I'll probably hit the buffing wheel with this and then put a different finish on this, and I'll drop it in the blast cabinet. I got one, it's on the porch, I need to put it together. And then I'll bead blast this side, I'll anodize it, just to kind of give me an idea of the type of finishes the end product is going to look like. But just kind of the point I'm trying to make is, these are the plates that I made. And for an 80% lower receiver, I'll show you basically all you got to do is you take, and I haven't put these on for a while, let me see here, I think that's it. So you lay that on there. I think it's like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at it. For an 80% lower, what do you got to mill out? The fire, I think it's called the fire control group pocket right here. That's all you gotta mill out. So let me pull this one out here real quick. This is the 0%. Let's get the one in there that I was working on. So let's say you got an 80%. What you're going to do is drop it in one of the plates here. Take the second plate, which is all milled out in here, lay it there. Oh man, I'm working with one hand here. Let's open up this vise. One hand is hard to do this. So there we semi got it right there. So what you would do is you would put your 80% in there. Let me try something here. Drop your 80% lower in, and the only thing you would have to finish is this right here. That's all you got to cut out, I believe. I'll have to check on some of those others because the magwell's done. The magwell was tough. It was real tough. Mine's still not finished. You see I got some work to do up inside there and whatnot. Drilling this hole out and tapping it was pretty tough. Some other parts of that was pretty tough. This was easy. This part here was easy because basically what you're going to do is you're going to put, I forget what it's called in here, but you'll touch off your part right here and get your 0. And then you'll touch off on the side and you'll get another 0. So you'll have your X and Y 0. Then you know exactly where you've got to drill inside here to open up this pocket. This is an end mill. This is something similar that we're going to be using. Initially we'll drill some holes in there and then we'll break out the end mill and we'll just hog it out. And it's not that big of a deal. It's actually pretty easy. The rest of the stuff, everything else is already done. But what I'll do is I'll send out a guide for everybody that wants to get involved in this build, in this 80% lower build. Look through the guide. You know, we'll have a meet and greet. We'll talk about what we got to do. Everybody's got to buy their own lowers, and there's a ton of them that I already put on the thread starting this. So there's a bunch of different choices out there. There's one for $38. It's made out of A380 aluminum versus 7071 or 6061. These are 7071. I would not hesitate for a second to use 6061. A lot of the die-hard guys are going to say, that it's weak or whatever. Yeah, it is weaker than 7071. But this part right here, as long as you got your dimensions good, this is a low-stress part. The lower receiver is a low-stress part. So, I got to figure out, I got to look up the A380, but if it is similar to 6061, not a big deal, $38, and you got a lower receiver.